to Beautiful Star Podcast here on the YouTube channel. I hope you guys have started having an amazing day. If not, the day isn't over. It's not over. It's not over. Okay? Before I get started, I would like to thank everyone who has recently subscribed to the channel. Okay? Yes, I'm going to let a few people enter in. Okay? In the meantime, while I'm waiting for people to enter, if you catching this on a replay, if you listening right now, I want to invite you to be a part of this live virtual call that's going to be in the summertime, okay? It is titled Beautiful Transformations Becoming Better with Time. Now, this live virtual call will be on the following dates: Friday, July 10th at 8:45 p.m., Friday, July 17th at 8:45 p.m., Friday, July 24th at 8:45 p.m., and the final day is Friday, July 31st at 8:45 p.m. Now, this um, live event does have a fee that you have to pay, and it's only $68 that you will pay, and you'll be able to be a part of all four live virtual calls. And it's definitely life changing. I must say, it's definitely life changing. It would definitely change your life. Okay. Now, I want to invite you all to be a part of the meditation group that I have. Okay. This is on Thursdays, the last Thursday of every month at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, we do the group meditation is once a month, and it's always on a Thursday, and it's always at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If that's something that you're interested in, definitely sign up, sign up, sign up. That's something. See, the interesting thing about the meditation group is that um, when it's open, you want to get in, because when it's not open, we're not accepting anybody to new people. Okay, so get in. All right, you want to definitely sign up for the meditation group. Number one, it's free. It is definitely free for all the people who just entered in. I'm just going over what's happening. I didn't go into the topic yet. I'm inviting everybody to be a part of the meditation group that I have. We meet once a month on Thursdays at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, okay? You want to sign up for it, because once you're in the group, you are always going to be in a group, okay? But once the group is closed, you can't get in. And meditation is very powerful. It's life-changing. Let me know in the chat if you guys have ever did meditation. I always recommend that even if you don't sign up for the group, definitely you want to go to Amazon, get a book on meditation, or get on YouTube. YouTube, you could learn how to do almost anything on YouTube. Like, there's so much information on here, right? So I encourage all of you guys to meditate. But I would like you guys to come into the group, be a part of the group. Okay, definitely, right? So getting into the topic, right? So today's topic, I'm going to be talking about several different things, but the number one thing that I'm going to be talking about is stop giving away your power. Stop allowing others to take your power and you become a victim, right? Having a victim mentality is very detrimental. It's very dangerous to have, because you know why? People will start to take advantage of you. You ever notice why certain people always continue to be a victim? It's no matter wherever they go, they are just a victim, right? And I hate to say that, right? I really hate to say that certain people are always victimized, always become a victim. They always have like a sad story. Um, and it's like, why is it that you are always going through something that is causing you to have a traumatic experience, causing you to be, in a state in which you feel powerless, right? And I'm not trying to put people in a particular group or talk about certain people, because there are people out there that have stories that are just like, wow, like you went through that, right? And it's, you know what? It's very powerful to know that when someone went through something and they overcame it and they took their power back, they didn't allow a situation or a certain experience to allow them to be in a state in which they're not moving forward in their life. You want to move forward in your life, regardless of whatever it is that you've gone through, right? It's some things that, people have, traumatic experiences where it's just something that just it happens. It's just like, you moving forward, then wow, you dealing with a traumatic experience. We're not talking about challenges like, yeah, moving forward in life or focusing on your goals or just trying to be positive, right? Let's talk about that. Like people who just try to be positive, it's always something that's trying to distract you from where you trying to focus on. Like let's talk about weight loss, right? You say to yourself, oh, I'm starting my diet today. It's Friday. I want to feel good. I'm going to start my diet. I'm going to do this. And then, hey, everybody asking you out to eat. Oh, yeah, you want to go to a restaurant? I'm paying. You know what I'm saying? Like, like, then all of a sudden you've been doing good all day, going on your eating the food that you say you're gonna eat. Then all of a sudden you start getting these urges, these hunger pains, right? Or your thoughts or your mind, you know, oh, you need to eat this, you need to eat this, it's just like when you say something, when you put something out there, there's going to be like temptation or something that's going to kind of like try to redirect you. It could be your mind, it could be your physical body sometimes, but the art of being committed to what it is that you said you're going to do, right? Being whatever it is, right? Like let's say talking up for yourself, right? Let's say if you're the type of person that has always allowed people to like say whatever it is that they want to say to you, you know what I'm saying? Like, or you kind of being a person that just brush stuff off your shoulder. You don't really care. Like even if they disrespect you, you just like, yeah, I'm not even going to say nothing, right? But you say to yourself, you know what? I'm going to speak up for myself, right? I'm going to do this. And sometimes when people are not able to speak up for themselves, it stems from the past. It stems from like something that happened in the past. Like sometimes it could have stemmed from your parents. Like let's say for instance, your parents allow people to talk to them any kind of way, or they talk to you any kind of way. Like they didn't instill confidence in you. They instilled a fear kind of mentality, a place where you couldn't thrive, a place where it's like, you ever heard of people talking about, oh yeah, my first bully was my parents. You know, I noticed that I've been hearing a lot of people talk about, oh yeah, my first bully was my mother. Oh, my first bully was, my aunt, my uncle, a family member, someone that they really look up to, right? And it's like when you young and you between certain ages, right? Especially like, between the ages of 5 and 8, you know what I'm saying? You really kind of like um programming your mind for things that happen in your future, like how you are, like, things do change. You know what I'm saying? Depending on like different role models or people who could speak life into you, right? But some people have had the experience of being bullied by people that they loved. And that's real talk. Like, um, and it's like a horrible feeling when somebody that you love um, instill like uh, an inferior complex in you, like where you are looking at yourself in a way in which you feel like you're not good enough. And it's not great for someone to put you in a place to make you feel like that. Like that's not cool for someone that you love to make you feel like that, to make you feel like you're not good enough. And sometimes people do grow out of it based off of the different experiences that they have. But some people are really in the, like, in their 30s, in their 20s, in their 40s, still dwelling on the things that happened when they was a kid, you know? And it's important to like move forward beyond that. It's important to take your power back, even from the ones that we love and care about that had played a role in how we ultimately feel about ourselves. Sometimes you just gotta release that. You have to release being a victim. You have to really release being a victim, allowing yourself to be in a victim mentality. And an aspect of certain people, like sometimes, you know, like I said, there's people that are grown adults that have had different experiences that's really stuck on what it is someone has done to them, you know? And it's just like, it's your life. It's your life. This is your life. So why should you allow someone else to dictate your life and how it is, how it should be? Why should a few years of your life take over the rest of your life? Why should you feel sad? Why should you feel down? Why should you allow these people to take your power? You have your own mind. You know what I'm saying? You have, like, sometimes you just have to sit back and create something different for yourself. Create different ways of being. Create this way of just moving forward. Like I said, in terms of sometimes you're just going to have to speak up for yourself if you haven't ever spoken up for yourself, if you haven't ever defended yourself. Sometimes, yeah, it's great to talk up and speak up and defend yourself, but at the same time, it's a good thing to just allow yourself to be like, you know what, I'm not going to allow my ego to um, feed into what somebody else wants me to be a part of, because there's some people out there that just likes to argue. It's people out there that like to argue. They like to always have like a toxic, be in a toxic environment, and so they like to um, choose people that they can easily trigger, that can easily feed into what it is that they want you to do, right? And I have to be honest, like I knew a lot of people that who like to argue, who like to be like combative, who like to just, even like you could go into a room feeling a lot positive, feeling good about yourself, feeling good about the things that you're doing, your goals and everything like that. And then there'll be one person in there, and their whole objective is to get you to be in a powerless state, to feel unsure about yourself, right? And so they want to just attack you. And I'm not talking about physical attack, but to attack your mental, to really get at you, to get you out of character. Okay? There's plenty of people out there like that. They get like, they're like energy vampires. They gain some type of energy from it. It kind of like fuels them, right? They know themselves, and that is a part of knowing who they are, and they know that they like to start stuff with other people, and it gets them off, right? And it's like when you encounter somebody who just likes to, let's say for instance, someone who likes to be a bully, right? They just bothering you for no reason, right? You just want to be learning something, or you just want to enjoy life, being positive and stuff like that. And then this person, they like, oh yeah, yeah, who she thinks she is? She thinks she trying to outdo me, like whatever's going on in their mind. Because there got to be something going on in somebody's mind to feel like they want to just attack somebody, right? And I'm not talking about physically attacking somebody, but really getting into the realm of their mind where they're questioning their own being, right? So we're not going to sit back and act like bullies don't exist, right? And sometimes bullies, right, get into relationships and, sometimes abusers get into relationships. Like people who just, they lack the confidence. They don't feel good in themselves, right? You have everything that they want. And it doesn't even have to be physical. It could just be confidence. You feeling good about yourself. You knowing exactly what it is that you want. You setting goals and actually achieving your goals. And some people are threatened by that. And so they want to get in your inner circle, right? And pretend to act like they like you and to act like they care, but only to do that to gain your trust just so that they could bring you down. And people are like that. Hello, hello, hello. How you doing? Let me take my glass. Yeah, so thank you. You joined the chat, right? But there are people out there that wants to do that. And they will get into relationships with you for their own means, what it is that they could get out of it. Because to be honest, people will meet you where you are at just so that they could bring you down. They will pretend to like the things that you like or to do the things that you're doing, right? They'll meet you where you at. Let's say if you a dancer, you into the arts, you like that, right? And so, oh, they know that you like that, so they're gonna pretend that they into arts. They like dance, you know, they like to go to an opera show. They'll pretend to do all that just to be able to get into your inner circle and to feed your mind things gradually, right? And getting into my next topic, right? It says the mind games to get you where they need you to be, right? We have to be honest that there are people out there that likes to play mind games. There's people out there that are majored in psychology. Yeah, whether they went to school for the psychology or whether they went on Amazon and got different kind of books, right? There's people out there that is trying to get into your mind, trying to play this game that they know what's going on, but you don't know what's going on, right? You could be a good old person, you just want to see good in other people, positive, happy, optimistic, feeling good. Like you're there to uplift people. You want to see people doing good. And the reality is they don't want you to be good. They don't want you to feel good. They don't want you to be happy. They don't want that. They want you to be under their control. So that, you ever heard this term? Maybe it was a rap song, right? No remote, I control bitches. Okay? The B word. Let's let you know. If someone can control your mind, they could get you to do anything. Right? And that's a sad reality when someone else is in control of your mind. If someone has a lot of people always talk about, oh, domestic violence relationships. I don't even understand why someone is in a domestic violence relationship. Why somebody will allow someone to beat them? Why is this person staying with um somebody who could beat them, who's going to beat them? Like why? Like because they are in their mind. They're no longer in control of their mind. They're no, you know what I'm saying? It has a lot to do with the way their abuser programmed their mind. That's what it boils down to. Because at the end of the day, if your mind ain't there, you ain't there. You know what I'm saying? And that's a fact. Let me know if you guys understand where I'm coming from. Like, it's a sad thing to know that there are some people out there that is going to manipulate other people to get what they want to get. And they're willing to get into relationships to do this. Not everybody have good intentions when they're entering relationships. That's a fact. It's a fact. You know, yeah, so not all people is going to, and now, you know what I'm saying, not all people is going to really believe that there are people out there that's going to manipulate them. And that's a fact. I'm just letting you guys know, like, these are these games that people are playing. And it's being played. um, some people go into certain professions to help other people who are going through what it is that they have experienced. And it's just like, you have to want to help yourself. You have to want to help yourself. You have to want to be in a different position. You just do. You have to want to be in a different element. You have to want to experience something different. Like, it boils down to you. It really does. Can't nobody come see your face and be like, "Oh yeah, why you acting like that? Why you doing this? Like, look at your life. Look in the mirror." Like, no one could do that because it's so pointless. It's really pointless to really um try to tell a grown person what to do, even if you could see that they under the mind control of somebody else. It's it's so sad to see people stay in situations where they are being abused, but you gotta understand that's where they are at mentally, point blank. But if you are in a space where you have a little glimpse of hope, or something like that, if you want to see better for yourself, if you start to notice, like, hey, this person is doing this and I don't like it, right? If this person is being abusive, if this person is trying to get you to do something that you really don't want to do, but then you find yourself doing it to try to appease them, then it's just like, you have to hone into that little hope. You just do. You just have to hone into your intuition, because we all have intuitions. We all have that feeling, or that inner voice that says, like, yo, this ain't good. This is not going to work out. Like, that inner voice that tells you, to warn you of something that is going to be detrimental in the future. Like, something that's telling you, oh, get out of this situation, do this, go right, don't go left, right? We all have that intuition, that inner voice, right? And so when that inner voice comes in and tries to warn you, or even try to get you to change, because change is just like, it's getting you off of the path that you are on. That's all it is. It's just like, you driving in a car, right? Instead of going straight, you'll make a right turn, or you make a left turn, or you even do a U-turn and go back. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes, right, going back, right, could be going within, you know? Going within and working within to go out, so that you could change certain things. And that's it. But we are at where we are at in life. And that's just what it is. And unfortunately, there are going to be people that's just going to be under other people's control. And that's so horrible to say. That's horrible to say, like, right? That people just gave up all their power to someone else that don't care about them. You know, they gave up their power to somebody that's leading them nowhere but to a cliff, to their own demise. It's like, okay, you have more faith in somebody else that don't even have good intentions for you, that can't even see, you know what I'm saying? They can't even see into the next day or into what it is that they're working towards. Like they are feeding someone else something so that they could believe in what it is that they teaching, but they really don't believe in that, and that's a fact. I need to know if you guys can hear me. Let me know in the chat if you guys can hear me. Yeah, hopefully this is a great sound. Let me know in the chat if you guys can hear me. But yes, so stop giving your power away. Stop giving your power away. That's number one. And how do you stop giving your power away? You stop giving people your energy, your attention, your focus. Yes, you have to stop doing that. If you stop thinking, oh, this person is holier than thou, they are perfect, you know, you have to let all that stuff go. Like, put that energy into yourself. Put that energy into yourself. And how do you put that energy into yourself? Start to indulge in self-care. Indulge in self-love. You know, take your energy back from where it was, and someone who don't care about you, for real. I find it very crazy how someone would take their energy and give it to someone who is not showing any signs that they care or love them, right? But it's all how they want you to be. It's all about how they program you to be. Because like I said, people who wants to control other people, they're in it for the long haul. Like in terms of, like, let's say you meet someone and somehow this person just seemed like the perfect person. And I'm not talking about any genders, because this could be a man, this could be a woman, you know? Because some people like to always say, oh, yeah, men are abusive. Okay, I would like to differ. Some women are abusive too, okay? But the scary thing about this is that someone that will pretend to be what you want them to be until they are not, right? And they're pretending to be what you want them to be so that they can enter your mind. Once someone has entered your mind, and it doesn't happen overnight. It happens over time. It happens over time. Okay? Someone just don't wake up, right? Like, let's say you just meet a man. Well, it has happened, right? You just meet someone, right? And then sometimes they'll show you who they are, you know? But some people have a way of masking it. They have a way of masking it. They want to get you hooked onto them, right? And it doesn't even have to be an intimate setting, right? You have scammers out there who are in it for the long haul. So they want your money. They want your money, right? But they're going to hit you at the weakness, like your weakness. Okay, your weakness is you want to a spouse, you want a partner. Oh, you want a business, you want to be a powerful business person, you desire to own your own company, you know. Oh, you desire to have a baby, you want to be a mother. Oh yeah, let me play into your ultimate goals, your ultimate, like, your fantasy, your desires. That's what they do. They play into that. They play into your fantasies, your desires, what it is that you want. They play into that. And an aspect of that is like your weakness. See, you better know what your weakness is. Oh, yeah, you want to be in love. Oh, yeah, you like money? Okay, you like money. Oh, I got money. I got a house. I got this. Let me hook you up on a. Let me put you on a. Let me give you allowance. Every week I'm gonna give you $1,000. Yeah, come on. Like, it's nothing to me. I got money. You know, I could take you here. I could do this. You know, they get you hooked, right? You quit your job, you do all this stuff, like you quit your job, you quit your going to school, you quit having goals. Okay, yeah, I'm a sugar baby now. Yeah, I'm a sugar baby. He's taking care of me. He's my only um resource for money. All right? Been doing this for 6 months to a year. Everything's perfect. Oh, you want to move to Australia? You want to move to Miami? Oh, I don't got no family. It don't matter. You don't have to have no family there. I want to take care of you, right? They want to isolate you. Oh yeah, the isolation. Right? Let's talk about isolation. How people can get into your mind through the isolation, especially people who want to use you, want to control you. The quickest way to control you is to isolate you from those who love you, those who care about you, those who grew up with you. So they want to get you alone so that they could instill or plant certain seeds in the realm of your mind, right? And when I say plant seeds, it's like they want to put an idea in your mind that they could, throughout time, water it. And when I say water it, like, uh, just allow that idea or feeling to grow so that they could have control over your mind. So that's when the mind games has started, really, when they plant certain seeds in the realm of your mind. Here's this thing. Why did you stay so long? Why you couldn't leave? Right? Do you know what a mind, the F word is? Right? A mind fuck. Your mind is fucked up. You can't even think straight. You know what I'm saying? You can't even think straight. When someone has you under, when they played so many games and manipulated you based off of how they felt about you, they isolate you, fed you all of the things that they wanted you to learn or to know, or to, so that how you could be, so how you could act. Like, yeah, I trained you, right? That's what these people say. Oh, well, I trained this person to be like that. I taught them. Oh, I'm your teacher. I'm your master teacher. I'm your guru. You know, I know what's best. I have the money. I can control you. Oh, you need this? Right? Because it's a thing called financial abuse. People abuse people due to money. Right? That's a thing too. People don't talk about that. Like, yeah, okay, you want to be a sugar baby, you want to be into that lifestyle in terms of the money and stuff like that. But you have to be smart about that, like losing yourself, losing your power, you know what I'm saying, losing control of certain things. If you like a thousand miles away from your home, and you solely dependent on somebody to take care of you, and what happens when they stop taking care of you? What happens when they stop giving you money? What happens? What happens? Do you leave or do you stay? That's the question, right? Do you leave or do you stay? See, I'm throwing so many different scenarios and stuff like that out there because these things do happen. Okay, you young, you impressionable. You young and you impressionable. You have a certain perception about how things are, or you could have allowed yourself to physically grow up, right? Because you could physically grow up and just mentally be on the same thing that you was, you know what I'm saying, when you was a young adult. You know what I'm saying, when you was a teenager too, and I'm talking about 18, 19. You know what I'm saying? You know how when you're 18, 19, you think you know it all, right? And hey, you do know it all from where you are at in life, and that's fine. Right? But being stuck into allowing yourself, I'm sorry, I'm moving this thing because it's just like whatever. I'm hot right now. I want to open the window, but I'm like, it's a lot of noise. But hey, whatever, right? Cool. So it's just like sometimes people get older and they don't change, and that's fine. Hey, do you? That's where you are at in your life. Like, I never really want to shame people for being in certain situations because you could get out of a situation and you could be powerful. You could get your power back and just allow yourself to get on the path that you wanted to be on, right? Because, like I said, people use what you love. Like, there are people out there who became victims just because they was following their dreams. And that's so disheartening when it's like, oh yeah, all you wanted to do was sing, right? But you ain't want to end up being sex trafficked. Like, you ain't want to end up doing things that you know what I'm saying, that go against your morals. You ain't want to do things based off of survival, right? You was just trying to follow your dreams. And hey, a lot of people have different stories, like different stories of what it is that they've went through, what it is that they experienced. Hey, that's life. Things are going to happen, right? There's no, well, there's some books on, you know what I'm saying, how to how this life thing works, but it's your environment too. Like, you know, a lot of people think, oh yeah, certain things only happen to people who are certain demographics, but that's not true. Things happen. People become victim. People be victimized over and over again, right? But the thing is, it's just like, yo, at some point you got to take your power back. You got to. You got to take your power back. You got to learn from what it is that you've gone through, and you have to remove yourself from things that are holding you down, whether that's physical, mental, spiritual, um, financially, right? Because it's just like once you have somebody to take care of you, oh, and then they flip the switch. Oh yeah, I ain't doing this, or you know, like your money's getting lower every time. Like, all right, you started off giving me like 1,000, now it's like, oh, you giving me like $100, like, right? It's some people that are in different situations, right? But my key thing is, if you no longer want to be in whatever situation you are in, you have the power to change it, right? One thing that people need to know is that they have a choice. Like, you have a choice. right? You have a choice to stay in that situation that you're in. You have a choice. It's a choice. Some people feel like they don't have choices. Like, oh, this is the end or be all. This is where I'm at, and this is where I'm going to stay at. For real. That's what they feel like. I'm drinking. You hear the ice? I'm over here hitting it like it's ASMR. Like, oh. Anyway, like, yeah, so, yeah, it's like people feel like they don't have choices, especially when they make a decision that's just like, oh my God, everybody gonna be judging me. But some people don't even care. Like, I could respect someone who just like, hey, I went through this. Oh well, I'm on to the next. For real, I'm on to the next. Like, we not perfect. Nobody perfect. Nobody's perfect, right? But there are freaking people out there who are trying to play these games, play these mind games. Hmm. They are out here. Well, I'm making. Let me stop being silly. Right? So yeah, these people are out here, like, for real talk. That's a fact. Like, these people do exist. People who want to take advantage. They exist. But the beautiful thing about being in a situation that is like, oh my God, like, some people wasted so many years. I mean, like, yo, believing people lies. And so much time has gone by, right? The thing that you can't get back from this life is time. Time is precious. Like, you cannot get back time. Like, look at the day is almost over. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's midday, but really, all right, you know, where I'm at, right? I gotta say, I'm in New York, right? So boom, it is 2:15. 2:15. I would like to say, like, you guys are about to hear a lot of noise outside. Well, I don't even know, cause you know what I'm saying. I don't even know, but anyway, 2:15. We're in the afternoon. It was just the morning, a few hours ago. Like, it feels like I was just going for a walk. That's what it feels like. It feels like I did my little morning routine. Let me stop. I didn't even have no morning routine this morning, okay? But really, yeah, this morning was just like another day. Like, I ain't even going front. Like, I started my day. I typically start my day in the evening, to be honest with you. Like, I really do start my day in the evening. If you are a long time listener of Beautiful Start podcast, you would know that I do my lives. Most, like, I just recently started going live in the daytime. Like, this is unheard of. Me going live in the daytime. Typically, I go live at night. I really go live at night. I go live, like, I feel like the earliest that I ever been live besides the other day, because the other day I feel like I went live like around 10 something. That's unheard of. Like, I go live on this channel like 3 o'clock in the morning, 12 o'clock in the morning, like, for real. Like, I really would want to go outside and take my microphone and be outside with it. Like, I do audio. I do audio. I don't do like the whole video thing. Actually, on my channel, I went live before. Like, I'm not an AI person. Like, I'm a real person. Like, I have video footages of me. Like, I see this person, he said, oh, like, show your face and all that stuff. Listen, this is, I forgot to put in the caption that is audio. Like, a lot of times when I go live, I put audio on here, right? But boom. The whole point that I'm trying to make is that it is unheard of for me to even go live at this time. I don't go live at this time. I go live at night. Real talk. But I'm changing things. Things are changing. Like, I'm pushing myself to do things that I normally don't do. And that's the whole thing. Like, oh, I've been going live. I think sometimes I go like 4 o'clock in the morning to 6 o'clock in the morning, like different times like that. And I'm like, wow, I'm really pushing myself. The other day I went live like 10 something. Now it's like I'm going live in the afternoon. Hey, that's good. Like, you pushing yourself to do something different, right? So, like I said, I wanted to go live outside, but I'm big on audio. Like, my era, my generation, right? Let me tell you why I like audio so bad. Like, I like to like, I'm doing the very thing that I like to listen to. I like to listen. Like, I was brought up, right, in the 90s. Okay, I was brought up in the 90s. I mean, raised in the 90s, right? So we big on radio. Radio was a thing. Like, you listen, I'm telling you, radio was like a big thing. It was just like, yo, like, you got all your latest updates about the parties, about what was going on. You know what I'm saying? Everything like that through the radio, right? Then, like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't even going to front. Like, yeah, I watched TV. Like, yeah, I was a TV baby too. A TV baby watching TVs and stuff like that, right? But another thing, right? Like, I feel like the internet was always around, B. Like, but not at its multitude like it is now. Because back in the days, like, yeah, I had a computer in my house, I had a modem, all that stuff, right? But that wasn't a big that wasn't a big thing. Like, now, everybody's on the internet, like literally everybody on the internet. Like, it's so weird for excuse me, for people not to be on people on the internet. Like, you have a cell phone, right? Like a cell phone of this time. I'm not talking about like a track phone, or like, you know what I'm saying, a phone where it's just like, okay, whatever activities you into, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got a phone of 2026. This phone you could do anything with, right? These smartphones of 2026, 2025. Like, I want to say, like, the phones, well, mm, 2020 up, 2020, 26. I would say, like, or maybe before, whatever, because people been posting forever, or whatever the case may be. Like, people been on the internet forever, right? So it's just like, you got a phone of this age, of this. You could do anything on a phone. Like, people are recording a whole album on a phone. Like, recording a whole album on a phone, doing a podcast on a phone, you know, doing art on a phone. Some people are doing, like, going live on the phone. Like, it's so much different things people could do. Like, people could, invest on a phone, like on a particular app. People order food on the phone, on the apps, right? And what's crazy about, like, really, like, ordering food, it's so weird, because it's just like, it's so convenient to, like, order food on your phone. But I remember one time I ordered food and I went to the restaurant. I was like, yo, this restaurant is dirty. Like, they already had the food already, like, partially made or whatever. And then I'm just like, this guy over here, his nails is all black, fixing my food. And I'm like, oh, heck no. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he digging in his nose and farting at the same time. That's how I was feeling like. And you touching all the food and all this stuff. And you know what I'm saying? That the whole restaurant smelling like who did it and why. And it's just like, I'm like, oh, I don't want this. But the thing about when you ordering through an app is just like, oh yeah, we can't cancel it. You gotta work with the store. They're gonna have to make you something else. I'm just like, it's nasty in here. It's disgusting. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's one thing, like, it's one thing. I was gonna say something, but I was like, I had caught myself. Like, listen, We not gonna say that. We not gonna say that. But it's just was like, yo, like when you order from the app, it's just like you don't know the store. Like, and I feel like since we on a topic, not even a topic, but I'm talking about like buying food and stuff like that. Let me know if you guys have ever been to a restaurant where it's the food is good, then you go back and it's nasty. In this day and age, I really don't like hit or misses. Like, oh, it's either hitting or it's missing. Like, you know, like the other day, right? I was like, yo, let me go to this. No, matter of fact, I was just in the store. It's a supermarket that I go to, right? So I had went there to. I was like, yo, I was in the mood for like watermelon and no, not watermelon. It's called melons. I think it's melons. Yeah, like honeydew. It was like a honeydew, but we call it melons too, right? So I was like, because I had went to this buffet. It wasn't a. It is a buffet. No, no, no. It's not a buffet. It's like you buy the food and you get it like by the pound, right? So it's this particular spot that I go to when I'm in Harlem. I feel like this area is like Harlem, like you know what I'm saying. It's called Jacobs. So I had went there, and like back in the days, I feel like before 2020 the food is good now. Like I'm not even gonna sit back and act like, oh, the food is not. No, the food this food is still good, it's still hitting. But like before 2020, it was just like it was different. Like you know what I'm saying? The mac and cheese was just like hitting, like it was real good. But anyway, so I noticed. Um, Matter of fact, yeah, it was before 2020 because I remember going there. Like I used to go there a lot, like go to Harlem or whatever like that, right? Because I used to be on like the Upper East Side, and I low key used to feel like, oh yeah, I'm in Harlem, and they call it Spanish Harlem, like you know what I'm saying. But it's particular points in Manhattan that you call like Harlem, right? But I feel like Harlem is like the center of like 125th and like Lenox Ave, like going down to like I don't know. It's just like when I think of that, I think of that center, and then it's like spread out a little bit. I don't know. It's like not all Upper Manhattan is Harlem. Like I just think of 125th and Lenox Ave, and like certain areas over there, like right, but like the Upper East Side, like I don't know. I don't really consider like 100th Street Harlem, but or like 110th or 100. They say 116 is like Spanish Harlem. Like, yeah, it definitely is. But even when I was living on 100th Street, right over there, um, I used to sometimes I used to be like, yeah, I'm in Harlem, but I used to say Upper East Side too or whatever. Like, yeah, the Upper East Side, whatever. But like, um, anyway, getting back to the store. So I had went to this spot like the other day because I was like, yo, I had went to go do something. I had went to go drop somebody off, and then I'm like, yo, since I'm in the area, because I had went up to like Amsterdam, like uptown, like it's like a uptown Manhattan, right? So I was in that area. I was like, all right, boom. I was like on 145th. That's why I was. I was like 145th, 143rd, like 143rd, 145th. And I was like, yo, since I'm over here, let me go to Jacobs, right? Because it's nothing like some soul food. Like, yo, oh my God, like soul food that be hitting and it's good. So I had went there and I got the food that I normally get. Right, the only thing that I didn't get was the ribs. I didn't get the ribs. So I had got a whole bunch of food that I liked, and then I got some cold food. And one of the cold foods was like the honeydew, the melons. And I got melons, can what is a canalope? What canal? What is this called? Cantaloupe. Cantaloupe. I can't think of it. So it was like so I had got the honeydew melon, then I got the cantaloupe, and then I got watermelon, right? And so something was like, yo, get more of that melon, that honeydew, whatever. And I was just like, whatever. I just got one of the cantaloupe and one of the melons, the honeydew. So, and I got a whole bunch of watermelon, right? So everything, so it was good. So when I went to taste the melon, I was like, I bit into it, and I was like, yo, this is so good. I was like, this is some good melon, right? It was so good. It was so good. It was so sweet. And so since I ate it, I was like, yo, I'm gonna like get more. Like I've been going to the store, get the whole thing and cut it up and stuff like that. And it's been good. And like I haven't had that in a long time. I don't even it's so it has been so long since I had that particular fruit that I don't even know when the last time I got it, right? But it opened my, myself up to certain fruits that I haven't eaten in a while. And I find it to be very, I don't know, it was good. So I had went there and I had got that whatever. And it's cool. And I'm going to go back to Harlem, okay? Cuz I want some good soul food for real. Okay? Mhm. But what's crazy is I can make my own little soul food, you know, make my own little foods, but it was a it was cool. I'm glad I went there. I should have ate there to be honest. Cause it's just like, you buying food and then you traveling far, and the time you get to where you going, the food is cold and you gotta warm it back up. Let me know if you guys have ever had that experience where you order food. You went somewhere that was far, cause it's pretty far where I'm at. You know, um, it's pretty far where I'm at. But I appreciate a great soul food restaurant. Like, listen, I appreciate a great Jamaican food restaurant too, Italian food too. I appreciate a great pizza shop too. Like, it's nothing like a great pizza shop. The other day, I tried a new pizza shop, right? And I was like, when I had got it, like time I got back home, it was like cold, and I was like, let me warm it up. So I warmed it up, and I was like, oh man, this ain't really hitting like that. But then you know how, like later on, right? So later on, we talking about hours later. I'm like, let me eat the pizza, and this one I didn't warm up, and it was good. Like, let me know if you guys have ever had cold pizza. Cold pizza. So I had me some cold pizza, okay? But I feel like I like going to different new restaurants and stuff like that. And it's this one particular restaurant that I want to go to because it has Ethiopian food, and I never had Ethiopian food. And everybody that has tried it that I know says, "Oh, it's so good, it's so good," and it looks good too. To be honest, so I'm gonna go to this Ethiopian restaurant that's it's not by me, but it's close. It's not like far, so I'm definitely going to do that to eat Ethiopian food. Let me know if you guys have ever tried it. So that's what I'm definitely going to do. Get some of that. Okay. Yep. But really, just I want to try different foods, things that I have not tried before, or we reawaken certain things that I had, like certain tastes that I had. I know like a kiwi, right? I remember one time I had a kiwi and it was like so good. Like this kiwi was so freaking good. It was like really, really good. And and I ate so many of them. I was a little kid though. Like it's funny. Like I was a little kid. I was so young. And I remember I had a kiwi and I liked how it tasted that I ate so many of them that I just one day I just was like, oh no, I can't have this no more. I ate so many of them that I was like, sorry, I cannot have no more of these. That's how it was. I was like, listen, I can't. But that was so long ago. That was so long ago. That was really so long ago. I was like, no, I know, I can't have it no more. Mhm. But it's good to try different things and do different things, and to push yourself to um, experience different things, even if it's just food, like, you know, or even cook different things. Sometimes, like when you cooking and stuff like that, sometimes it could just give you a peaceful energy. I don't know. Some people like to cook and they just like to talk on the phone or argue with people. It's just like, I don't want no food that that's people are arguing over, or even if I'm arguing. No, absolutely not. Um, Sometimes I just like to like zone out, cook the food, um, and even sometimes like after cooking the food, sometimes when I'm cleaning up the kitchen, I like to put on old music, like music like from the '60s and '70s and stuff like that, like or '80s and or even like music from the '90s. I'm not gonna lie, I like music of today too, R&B type of music. I like all kinds of music to be honest, like for real. All kinds of music is great. It's good. Sometimes like you could listen to something and it just makes you it changes your mood. Yeah, it changes like your mood, your energy. Sometimes you some like even like working out, some people have to put on energetic music or encouraging music and it helps them to work out more or whatever. Um, yeah, so I think that allowing yourself to sometimes like do different things or experience things or just to um like clean too. Like we still in the realm of spring cleaning. I have like a lot of cleaning and stuff that I'm going to be doing or cleaning out of. Like it's some things that I have to get out of. Like yo, I have to throw out some clothes that I'm never gonna wear again. I got so many shoes that I'm like, oh, I gotta throw out some shoes. 'Cause it's gonna be some shoes that I'm not gonna wear no more. So yeah, we still in that realm. I feel like up until like maybe the 28th, right? So or some people do start their thing like right before some spring summer comes. Like they say, oh well, up until like the 19th, you have to do like you have spring cleaning and stuff like that to do. But I feel like you should do it um when you want to do it or when you feel motivated to do it. Um, I think doing that can help to um, create a new flow of energy in your home. Um, that's key too. Um, and also allowing yourself to be preparing yourself for the season, even if you only have a few days left. Like even if you only have a week or a couple of days, like at least you did it, right? So you have to like push yourself and motivate yourself to incorporate certain changes, and this is right. So people are not perfect. I'm not perfect, right? There's a lot of things that I say I'm going to do, and I have to constantly remind myself or push myself to do, right? But even within that, it's still like at least you're aware of that, like aware of um, the things that you need to do or things that you struggle with, or I just got some air in my mouth, like yo. Okay, let me drink some water. Mm, I'm gonna get some more ice, but yeah, like stuff like that. Like I think the key thing is like kind of like really being honest, with yourself about um, real things that you're experiencing, right? Like I said, like we're not perfect, like for real. Like I'm just a regular woman, just like anybody else, who's trying to um, do things different, or who has done things differently and want to improve. That's it. I'm not trying to act like I'm better than anybody, or, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to do none of that. Like, um, me doing this podcast is actually helping me, it allows me to focus on what it is that I need to do, and it allows me to keep my power. For real, keep my power, or create power, and when I say create power, I mean like a dynamic of like a feeling um, in a place in which you don't need to give anybody else your power or look to anybody else, and to know that you could create what it is that you want for yourself, right? That's where I'm at with it. Like, um and not staying stagnant or stuck. Like, I see certain people, they want you to stay stuck, be in a place in which um you are not moving forward. And I feel like moving forward is acknowledging certain things, or acknowledging certain things, and changing the things that are getting in your way, like certain habits, or I don't want to say so much of the people, because I feel like you could be in your own way, like for real. Like, some people deal with certain procrastination, like um some people deal with the lack of being motivated. Like, they allow themselves to be in a place where they're not doing nothing at all. And hey, sometimes when you're doing nothing at all, in your mind, you probably plotting and stuff, like, And when I say plotting, sometimes you just gotta sit back, get your thoughts together. Um, Instead of, some people utilize journals, to they have journals to help them. Like, you write everything out, you write your plan. Some people sit there and they just, instead of writing a plan, sometimes in their mind they're creating a plan, or sometimes people sit back and they thinking about what their next move is, or what they're gonna do. Hey, utilize, do what you gotta do. For real. Every moment could be a learning experience. Even the moments that are dull, even the boring moments, even the moments where we feel powerless. You could feel powerless and still come up with certain solutions that could get your power back, or, because people have moods, people have feelings. Sometimes, they sometimes it's not always peaches and cream. Like, we're not always going to be happy. People go through different feelings and moods and experiences. Sometimes you could leave the house happy, come back sad, come back mad, come back upset. You know, and hey, that's a part of life. Like, sometimes you have to learn through your lowest points. Sometimes being at your lowest point, or at rock bottom, is a stepping tool for you to create something different, or for you to learn something different. And hey, that's life. Like, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Some people have to learn um, to go through what it is that they're going through. And it is what it is. It's that simple. Yep, 1 second. Yeah. But the thing is, right, some people want others to stay at their lowest point, right, to where they are in a victim state, where they feel like they can't move, where they feel like they can't move forward, where they feel like things, this is it, the end or be all, right? And it's like, yeah, sometimes people do hit rock bottom. Sometimes people are sad. Sometimes people are down, right? But they don't have to be in a state where they self loathing. They could just take it as a time just to regroup, reset. You know what I'm saying, right? Some people choose to utilize that word reset, like, oh, okay, I'm cleaning my house, I'm getting the getting myself ready for the upcoming week, or cooking, meal prepping, or whatever like that. Sometimes resetting is just simply being on your couch and being sad. Sometimes just to where the sadness just turn into like nothingness. It's just like, all right, you sitting here, okay, and you thinking about what it is that you want, right? Just being in a place where you could think like, okay, this is what I want, this is what I want to do, or just allowing that time just to be time where you just watching TV, just you know, just being. That's it. Sometimes, all right, well maybe, all right, you feeling sad, but then all of a sudden you're not feeling that way, right? And then you can utilize that time to allow your body to get rest, right? But even if you are in that state, when it's time to move on, you don't need to feel guilty about not doing nothing. That's where you was at. Hey, right? Right? It doesn't make sense to be sad over um it doesn't make sense to be sad about time that you can't get back. Hello. What is it? What you? It's like the time is already gone, right? You can't bring that time back at all. Hello. It's over with, right? Because some people just they feel sad, and then they continue to feel sad. They continue to stay stagnant. They continue to be in a state of where they're not growing. And it's important to allow yourself to grow, to gain wisdom, so that you will not do um, past mistakes. Hey, you learning, you growing, you learning how to, you learning yourself, you learning what it is that you need to do for you. Everybody's an individual. Everybody thinks differently. Everybody, like, for the most part, you know, collectively, there's some things that we could, say, oh, yeah, I can identify with that, or whatever, right? But a lot of times, sometimes you can't relate with other people. Sometimes people don't know what it's like to feel what it is that you feel based off of you experience, right? Sometimes people cannot identify with certain pain or certain experience or certain joy. Some people can't even identify with certain happiness. Like, they just can't. And that's fine too. Right? That's super fine. That's fine. And it's okay um to be in a place where it's like, oh, okay, this ain't it. But the key thing is to move forward and allow yourself to move forward and be in a place where um, you don't allow yourself to be in a place where you are feeling sad over a temporary um, place you was in, like a sad feeling, being depressed, being, you know, let it go. Let it go. Let that go and move forward. Move forward. I feel like moving forward, moving forward is the best thing that you can do, right? That's a part of your power, right? It's a part of your power, a part of growing, a part of experiencing that. It's a part of it. But some people, and it's not even about those little some people. Oh, they want you to be sad. They want you to be in a place where you are not moving. We got to be in forward motion, and forward motion with our power. Don't give your power away. Don't give your power away to a feeling that's temporary. Absolutely not. I need to get some more ice. I want some ice. I like ice cold. I like an ice cold drink, yo. I love me some ice. And I'm talking about some old school big ice cubes, you know. I be seeing the little pretty ice cubes, you know, they got like the little balls ice cubes, the ones that shaped, you know, like hearts and stuff like that, the little ones. It'd be like little square ice cubes, mini ice cubes, right? You know, I got the old school, you know, 199 ice cube tray that be doing the job. And it's big, but like, yo, I ain't even going front. Like, it melts so fast. Like, why is my ice melting so bad? Like, you know what I'm saying? I got a little cool time in my house or whatever, but yeah, it's crazy. Like, I honestly think what I'm going to do is go to Amazon and get me some new ice trays. I'm going to get me some 2026 ice trays. I got ice trays from 1999. Like, yo, I need to change that ASAP. Like, for real. It's crazy. Like, yo, like, I should like show you a picture of my ice cubes, but it's cool. I like my ice tray. For real. I honestly, I'm not even gonna lie to you, right? The ice tray that I really want to get, I want to get the ice tray that when you have to pull it to release the ice. That's what I want, right? That old school ice tray is silver, yes, right? I don't even feel like getting up to give me no ice. My whole water is cold right now. It's super cold. I'm not super cold, it's super hot. My water right now is super hot. And I said super cold. My water is super hot. I need ice. I need ice. I'm saying super cold. Oh my gosh. Yeah, but I don't feel like getting up. I don't. I should have like packed it with a whole bunch. And I put ice. I felt like a little 3 or 4 cubes would have been good or whatever. I'm like, no. What I need to do is just drink the water out the water bottle. That's what I need to do. All right, I'm trying to be all bougie. Take the water out of the bottle and put it in a cup, you know, and add some ice to it. But it is what. Okay. Some people like warm water or whatever. But it is what. But I don't know. Like, yeah, I need some ice and yeah, I need some air too. I can't believe I've been on here for a while. I've been on here for a while, and it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm here. Yeah, I'm gonna get up right now. I need some ice. Hold on. Hey, I'm back. Okay, I got me some ice and then a little, you know, had to, go to get the door and all this stuff. Someone trying to sell me some stuff at the door. Like, they still got people that come to people's doors and stuff, you know what I'm saying, trying to sell stuff. So, I'm sorry for the noise, okay? I got an alarm going off. Okay, I got several different alarms. Okay, this, like I said, like earlier, I'm like, I normally do not go live this early, but I'm here. I'm here, and I got me some ice. Do you hear it? I put a lot of ice cubes in here. Mm. I'm not gonna be biting on the ice, chewing on the ice. You're gonna be hearing crunching sounds or whatever. But yeah, what I was talking about earlier, right? The topics that I had, right, was stop giving your power away, okay? Then the mind games to get you, the mind games to get you where they need you to be, right? So stop giving your power away to people who don't care about you, to people, period. Always have your power. Always understand who you are. Always be in a place of being on your sides. For real, because I'm just like, when people um, start to side with others who don't even have the best interests, they don't even care about you. They just want to use you. They want to use you to the point that they get your power. And some people, they won't even understand this concept. It will go right over their head, right? Let me know in the chat if you guys can hear me, like for real. Like, how do you hear me? Do you hear me good? Is it clear? Um, Let me know in the chat if you can hear me. Yeah, so some people want to use you and steal your essence and take your essence, right? And they don't have no good for you. Like I said earlier, some people want to lead you to a cliff, right? And a cliff is something that you can't come from. You can't come back from. You can't come back from no cliff, right? And you should understand when people are there to help you and they genuinely care versus someone who needs to use you and take all that you got so that it could benefit them. Oh my God. I have all these alarms and stuff. Yeah, I'm sitting back like, I don't know if you heard the alarm. Oh my God. Two alarms just went off. Because typically around this time, I'm getting up and I'm doing certain things, or, but I've been on here since for a while now. But hey, but I want all of you guys to know that you have power, and some people want to take your power away. And a lot of times it's your power to choose. It's your power to move in a direction that you want to move in, what you want to do, right? People want you to play into what it is that they want, how it's going to benefit them. For real. How it's going to benefit them. And it's like, why fall into someone's trap? Because that's what it is, a trap, right? So sometimes you gotta have your intuition, gotta really be on point with certain things. Like, oh, they want me to do this. They want me to go in this route. They want me to um, be this type of way. Um, they want me to change everything about myself. They don't want me to talk to my friends. They don't want me to talk to my family, They would just want me all to themselves, and they want me to do whatever it is that they want me to do. Then they want me to talk to their family, be around their family, but I can't be around mine, type of stuff. But like I was saying earlier, isolation is the quickest way for someone to enter your mind, because it's like you with them 24/7, so they have access to your mind. They could tell you anything. They could feed you anything. They could have you do a lot of things, and it's serious. Like, I'm being so serious right now. Like some people, they can't really fathom that reality because of how they was raised. They was around strong women, um, and they seen women that were in control of their lives and that pave a way for themselves, and they are making decisions based off of what they want to do, how they want to maneuver life, right? Or some people could have been raised by people who was abusive. Like, I feel like a lot of times when you are in an abusive past, sometimes you could easily fall for certain things, or maybe not. Right? It depends. Like, because sometimes, like, yeah, you could have gone through something abusive, and it could have allowed you to build this shield up where you ain't letting nobody go. Like, you ain't coming past this. Right? You created a invisible line that people literally cannot cross. Like, they can't penetrate your mind. Like, you that much of a force. Like, you so strong. Like, you really, like, you feel me? Like, you really doing, you know what I'm saying? Like, no one could pass this line that you created. Seriously. And sometimes you just have to just understand that, like, you have choices. You could choose how you want to live your life. Like, even if you've been through a bad experience, been through something bad, went through something that is just like horrible. You went through something horrible, traumatic, life changing. Even though you went through that, right? You still have the power to choose how you want your tomorrow to be, how you want to proceed to move forward, or even if you're in a situation where you feel like you can't get out of it, or you feel like you have to be stuck, or you feel like this is the only person, like, even if you just feel like that, you still have choices that you can make. You could still choose something differently. And even if your past, or things that you feel guilty about, like, oh, I went through this, I feel guilty. You could choose not to feel guilty about the choices that you make. That's real talk. Like, that's real talk. Like, some people want to hold certain things against you, like, oh yeah, you did this, you did that. Or, like, you know what I'm saying, even when you are under somebody else's manipulation, that's a whole nother thing. Like, there's a lot of people that's in jail, right? And I want to say women, like, I want to say women, like, yeah, there's a lot of women that's in jail because they under somebody else's manipulation. However, there are men too who are in certain um, situations where they feel like they don't have choice because their mind has been tampered with, for real, like, tamper with. And I want to say that, like, yo, because really, the mind is very powerful. Like, If you really believe something, even if it's not true, your body is going to react like it is real. Like, for real. Like, seriously. Like, I seen somebody who, her mind is like, yo, the olives, they is going to kill you. She's scared of olive. Like, olive is just a olive that you put in food that you can eat. And someone is like physically scared of an olive? Like, what happened in your childhood that you scared of this? It's crazy, but you have the power to change your reality for real. Like, regardless. Right? Some people want to hold the choices and decisions that you've made when you was under somebody else's program and that you allowed them to have that much power in your life. Like, yes, it's that serious. Like, there's people out there that just, it's crazy. Like, because it's like once you become an adult, you think, well, when you're young, right? You think like once you become an adult, like you got it all together. Like, listen, there's some people out there that's in their 30s, that's in their 50s, that's just now figuring it out. And I have to tell you, like, just because you become an adult, that doesn't mean that you're going to make choices that's conducive or that's in a betterment for you. Like, some people are still dealing with childhood trauma. They can't even get over childhood trauma. They dealing with it, and it's overtaking their whole mind. Like, that's how real it is. Like, serious. Like, but people have certain perceptions of how they perceive people at certain ages. Right? They expect somebody in their 50 to be over something that happened when they was 8 years old, or 6 years old, or 12 years old, or 18 years old, or 20 something years old, even 30 something. Because when you go through something traumatic, it's just like going through something traumatic is the fastest way to program your subconscious mind. Real talk. Like, you went through something that's traumatic, that's changing your whole being. Like, when you don't have no idea of yourself, when you don't, I don't want to say idea of yourself, when you just not confident in yourself, or when you don't have no self-awareness, or when you are not able to consciously differentiate certain things or separate things. Some people can't separate their trauma from who they are. They just automatically become the traumatic thing that they experience. For real, like, they start to become a victim. They start to feel like, oh, okay, I can't change this. This happened. But really, you can change that. But really, you can move forward. But really, like, you can create a game yourself, right? Like, someone is playing a game and you are in their game, you're in their reality. You entering other people's reality. But what about your reality? How you want your reality to be? Like, real talk. Like, people are literally like, you know how when people go to other people's pages, oh, they go into their Instagram page, they going into their YouTube page, people going into like whatever other social media, I don't know. People go to other people's social media page. Like, they could be like, the internet is worldwide. Like, the internet is big, right? But sometimes you're limited to certain pages or whatever. But anyway, right? In real life, like, people be literally becoming a part of somebody else's reality, becoming a part of what someone else thinks. Real talk, like, or something they created. Like, oh yeah, you becoming. That's just like, all right, yeah. Somebody created a business, then they set up like a thing where people could, like, be interviewed and then become a part of their organization. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you joining Let me not even say that, but like you being a part of something that they created, right? But you don't have to always be a part of it. You could create whatever it is that you want for yourself. You could create something new for yourself. You could create something new for yourself. You could move forward. You could push yourself. You don't have to be a victim, right? You don't have to be in your 50s still talking about what happened when you was 5 years old, like 6 years old, 8 years old, 10 years old. Like it's so crazy how a little bit of time can dictate the rest of your life. A little bit of time could dictate the rest of your life. Hmm. And some people fall victim to that. Like they just, oh my God, this happened, and they just get stuck. They get stuck in that time zone, and it's just like, if you gonna live 100 years, right, and you gonna allow 10 of those years to dictate the rest of the 90 years you got, like, come on now, come on now, like real talk. And some people can master it. Some people could really master it and move forward, but it's really a hard pill to swallow. Like to understand, even if it's at the hands of somebody that you really love, like someone that's supposed to be guiding you, someone that's supposed to really be someone that you're supposed to trust, like it's a hard portrayal to know that someone that is supposed to be your guardian, your mother, a family member, your father, your uncle, your cousin, and they really like hurt you. Like it's a hard pill to swallow, but there's a lot of things to do to overcome that. Like some people are not really advocates for therapy or nothing like that, but hey, if you can't do it on your own, like you could work through it with someone else. For real, like it's so much life to live. Like I said, like yo, if you gonna live a solid 120 years, you gonna be still tripping off of something that happened for 5 years. You gonna be here for 70 years and you gonna be tripping off of something that happened for 1 year, and you gonna let that dictate the rest. Like you know, it's just it's a choice at the end of the day. Like yeah, like because you could really work through those things, right? Because it's just like it's expectation. I expected to be living this way, or I expected this person to treat me this way. I expected to live something that someone written on TV. Like, you know what I'm saying? Some people still trying to live this fantasy Disney character. Well, I don't want to say that word. I'm sorry. Like, take away Disney. I don't want to say that word. But I'm saying in terms of like certain things that you see, like, okay, yeah, this is how family should be. This is how life should be. Like, based off of what someone written, right? This is someone else ideology, someone else perception, or someone how this is a story that someone created, a story that someone created. I don't mean to put anybody, you know what I'm saying, like please, I'm just saying like, you know what I'm saying, like please take that out, like okay, I ain't got nothing, like let me stop. I don't want to say I ain't got nothing for, like don't sue me. But anyway, but I'm just saying like people write stories and stuff like that, like a lot of things. Like sometimes when you watch certain shows and movies, and sometimes that could be programming. Like, you know what I'm saying? You think, oh, this is how things are, right? Like, think about like the 90s, like growing up in the 90s, right? We're not talking about this world wide web where, you could see different things, different cultures, different. We're talking about just one source or two sources that give you your information, right? They're giving you your information, but they're giving it to you in a way of how they want you to perceive it, right? But let me not go that deep into it. Like we're not even doing that like this. Okay, that's bigger. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just honestly saying that really you are in control of what it is that you want to do. Let me know in the chat if you hear me. Can you hear me? Is it clear? Hello. But yeah, so like you are in control. It's your life. How you want to live it, right? Do you want someone else to dictate what you do? Like, real talk, right? That's the whole point. I say, like, even if you went through something, hey, you could start over. Just like when you writing in a pencil, hey, if you wrote something that you ain't like, you could erase it. Or even if you're using a pen, right, you could rip the page out. Hey, let's start over. You could start over. That's the fact. Like, yo, real talk, you could start over. Start over. Like, hey, let's just do it again. Let's just start it over. Like, starting over. You could start over regardless of anything. Like, people try to put people in boxes. Oh, yeah, you should do this. You should do that. Listen, you got your own mind. For real. Mm-hmm. Hello. Hello, you got your own mind. Hello. Yo, I've been on here so long, like, yo, I normally don't be on here in the afternoon. I like to come on a late night, like, yo, the late night. But, yo, real talk, real talk, real talk. But, yeah, but the honest thing that I have to say, I got my little, stop. So the thing I was saying, like the mind games to get you where they need you to be, right? Because they really need you. Like, you don't need them. People who trying to like reprogram your mind on the low, right? Trying to meet you where you are at, then kind of act like, oh, they into everything that you into. Like, slowly feed you things until like, oh, time goes by, and then all of a sudden you hooked on them, and then pow, they got you. They could get you to do whatever it is that they need to do. Sometimes it's a little bit more, a little bit more things that they do, right? They meet you where you at. Sometimes people meet you in religion. People don't talk about that. Like, yo, sometimes people will meet you there, right? They know you you believe in God, right? They pretend that they believe in God, or they pretend certain things, right? And they feed you a lie. They know everything. Oh yeah, this I don't believe in that, but you know what? I'm gonna believe in it just so I could get this person where I need them to be, or you know what I'm saying? So I could get the, for real. That's a fact. They need to get you where they want you to be, where they need you to be. They need to get you where they need you to be so that they could utilize you for whatever purposes that they need you to be. And sometimes, hmm, it's it's like, it's kind of like, I don't want to say that, but like, you just got to be mindful, be aware. You got to be aware of what's going on, because sometimes people do that. It's a reality. For real, it's a reality of where someone wants you to be at, or what they want you to do, or things like that. And hey, like, for real, seriously, like, and not everybody is ready for that conversation when we talk about people who are on some type of different, like, they outside of the general, they just on a, like, on a different kind of time. That's just like, they in it to use people, like. And I'm not talking about like a Because when people are in relationships, like, hey, they use each other, but these people are just on some whole different kind of thing. Like, yeah, they on something else. Like, they don't really care about your feelings, how you feel. They don't care about you, period. Like, it's all about what they want for themselves. And they going to do it by any means necessary. They going to do it, you know? And it's honestly like saying, like, I don't even want to say that because it's just going to come off as, it's just not going to come off how I want it to come off. It's just not. Like, if I say what I really want to say right on this public platform, like, it's like, really, like, I really want to say something, but it's going to be misconstrued. I already know that it's going to be misconstrued. Like, real talk. It really is. It really is. It really is. It's going to be misconstrued, but just be aware. Be aware of your surroundings. Be aware who you are involved with. Hello, hello. Let me know in the chat if you can hear me, right? But be aware of who you are involved with. Do they have good intentions for you? Do they care about you, or are they just using you to get what they want? Hello. 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 For real. Yes, this is audio. You know what I'm saying? People come into the chat and they realize, oh, I'm just talking. It's audio. It's audio. It's been audio for like the last 7 years since I've been on here. I've been doing this for a long time. I've been doing this for a long time. This ain't nothing that I just woke up, oh, hey, I'm doing it now. Like, you got a lot of nosy people that just want to come in. They really ain't about nothing. They really, you know what I'm saying? They just trying to be nosy. They're not really about changing their life. They're not really about opening their eyes. Okay? But it is what it is. For real. This is a one woman show. And I want to give a special shout out to all the people who recently subscribed. All right? And all the future subscribers too. Right? And first of all, the number one subscriber, I'm not the number one subscriber, the number one person I want to give a shout out to, right? Maybe one day I'll have a number one subscriber. Maybe one day, like, yeah, maybe one day. You know what I'm saying? Maybe one day I'll do something and include all the subscribers, and then we could choose one person, But I want to give a special shout out to everyone who is subscribed and who has been subscribed for many, many, many years. I mean, when I started this. Okay? I feel like the audio sound good, it's getting better, but it could be betterer. It could be better. It could always improve. Or whatever the case may be. Yes, it can always improve. But I'm so grateful for those who have stayed subscribed for many years, or everyone who has listened to the podcast, because I've done shows. I mean, like, listen, like, one time I used to do shows, like, oh my God, it was just so much information I was putting out there, but I was spreading myself like I was doing a lot of work. But I want to give a special shout out to you guys who've been subscribed for a long time, who tune in, who supports, who is there, who actually applied the information that I put out there. That's the key. Like, yo, like, for those people who actually left abusive relationships, who are thriving, I big you up. I give you the number one shout out. Like, you are the number one. Like, yo, you actually left something that was hindering you, bringing you down, and you doing your big one right now. Listen, I give you all the shout outs. Like, I give you all everything. Like, yo, keep on going. Like, you deserve better. You are better, you doing your big one. Like, yes. Like, it's nothing like knowing someone who noticed that, oh, this ain't it. And they leave that situation and they doing better and they thriving and they successful and they took their power back. Like, that's the whole point. Like, yo, take your power back. Push yourself, motivate yourself, do what it is that you need to do. That's what it's really all about. Pushing yourself, elevating, growing, learning not to do certain things that you did before. That's what it's really all about. Yes. And I commend you, like, because it's hard to leave a situation that you've been in, that you're comfortable with, or that you want someone to change. Like, oh, yeah, this person is definitely going to change back to who they used to be. Like, that's false hope. Like, you know what I'm saying? But that kind of thinking to keep you in a situation that is just dangerous. Dangerous. Like, listen, these people are taking out people. Like, literally. Like, domestic violence, DV, intimate partner violence is very serious. Very, very serious. Like, yo, you are at your most danger. You are in most danger when you leave. See, I need y'all to get that in your heads. Like, you are in danger when you leave. The most danger that you have ever been in is when you leave a situation like that. Like, real talk, like, you are in, like, yo, listen. It's a lot of stories out there. Lots of stories. Like, you can't, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I always, like, what I always say when you leave in an abusive relationship, the best thing that you could do is ghost, like, just ghost, like, all that breaking up. Ain't no breaking up with somebody like that. Like, you telling somebody, oh yeah, I'm gonna leave you, da 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 da, in their face. Oh yeah, that's not good. It's not good. It's no brand. No, 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 it's not good. It's not good at all. It's not good at all. It's not good. Especially when you in your house and you walking on eggshells. That's a horrible feeling to be in your house and you walking on eggshells and you don't even know what's going to trigger this person. You don't even know. Oh, you don't know, right? But being safe. So that's why I commend those who left and they are succeeding and they are true to what it is that they say they are true to. Like, this is what I want, and I'm not going that way no more. I'm not allowing myself to be a victim, right? Because the reality is that you got to change everything about you, like physically too. Like, okay, you leave in a situation, you have to, number one, uh, leave everything. Like, yo, this person should not know where you live at. They should not know where you at, right? Hold on for a second. 1 second. Yes, so leave in an abusive relationship is definitely hard to do, especially when your abuser has programmed your mind to be a certain way or to feel certain feelings or to feel like, oh yeah, you need this person, like, oh, you know, but leaving or having an awakening, taking your power back and knowing that you deserve better is definitely a place that I want all to be in that is experiencing that. I do want um, people to acknowledge that they do have power and they don't have to be in a position that they, you know, were in. Move on. But I don't think that, I honestly feel like, right, that like when you move on from that situation, your whole life had to change, right? Even your work, because honestly, if your abuser know where you work at, you definitely have to talk to your employer or talk to the people that handle certain things, you know, and let them know what's going on so that you could see if you could get a transfer. Cause staying in a particular place and he knows where you at, right? Or, you know, if you staying in the same house that you kicked them out of, or if he knows about, is can be detrimental. Can be detrimental. For real. Can be very detrimental. Um, because like I said, it's dangerous, and you could Google this. Like when you leave, it's very dangerous. Like people have lost um themselves or lost they you know their very existence. Right, for real. Like literally, like these people will show up at your job. They will show up at family members' houses. They will show up at your house where you living at if they know where it's at. They will show up there, and the end result would be mind boggling, right? But you have to change everything about you, the inner self, right, and your outer world, right? Okay, you ready to make that move on from this particular person? Then you ready to move from your house, go into like a DV shelter, or go to somewhere where he don't even know this person, right? I always talk about this stuff because I just find it's just, this is just like honestly, right? I shared my story so many times on this platform, right? Well, the things that I have experienced on this platform, because it's no longer my story; it's experience, okay, that I've encountered. But it's one thing when you just like, you just have to go. Like, you know, some people are afraid of change. They're afraid of change, but change can be a positive thing for you. That's serious. It could be a positive thing that you experience. For real. It could be a positive experience. And it's life. You know, it's definitely something that you can reflect on, like, oh, I used to be going through this and now I'm better. Now I'm empowered. Now I'm doing this. Now I'm not in fear. Now I'm not fearful. Now I'm not fearful. I always think about um, a particular artist who decided to fight back, and they created a movie about the whole situation, or that one scene where this celebrity or entertainer decides to fight back, and then they ran and they didn't have nothing. They didn't have nothing to their name, and it was very honest and authentic with someone who could potentially help them. And they they didn't care how they looked. They didn't care if they was bloody, bruised up. They was bruised up if they didn't have on clothes, or if they had clothes on and it was all bloody. They didn't care about it. They just had to get away. And sometimes starting over means starting over with absolutely nothing, having nothing. You know what it's like to start over with nothing? And sometimes that's what it takes to do, to start over. And, you know, abusive relationships, yeah, starting over in terms of not having nothing. Sometimes you have to walk away with nothing in terms of like physicalities, like no house, no money. Like this particular entertainer left with nothing, didn't have nothing. The only thing they left with was with their name. That's it. They was willing to give up everything to no longer be with this person. And sometimes it's just like that's what it takes. Like you starting over cold turkey, like, you know, going, you know what I'm saying, into some type of like, yo, listen, starting over means sometimes you don't have nothing. Real talk, you start over and you have absolutely nothing. And that's the beauty of it. Like the beauty of not really depending on like something that you did have. Sometimes that is the beauty of it. Like you don't have that same thing. It's like, yo, you starting over from from the beginning. It's just like, yo, that's what it's really all about, really. To like start over. Like not really dependent on anybody. Like you're not dependent on nobody for what you have or what you're creating. You are creating something new. Creating something new. Like, and even though like physically, right, this person left this particular person, right? They left this person physically, right? But mentally, right? We're talking about a mental aspect of like, did you leave this person mentally? Because some people leave somebody physically, but all they do is think about them. You know, they are still connected in a mental realm. Like, oh God, I think about this person all the time. But when this particular celebrity left this person, she left him physically and mentally. Like he was no longer there. Like she was contemplating prior, like, oh, this ain't for me. She was allowing herself to get strong. Like mentally, she tapped out. Mentally, she left this person. Mentally, she tapped out. Right? But all that have to be in alignment to really lead this person. Like you have to really be in a place where you say to yourself, like, yo, this is not what I want. This ain't it. Right? And you have to mentally um, decide that you don't want to be with this person, then physically act on it, right? But if physically like, oh, I don't want to be with this person, I can't believe they're doing this to me, right? You're doing it just physically. It's nothing mental there, right? Because mental, I feel like when you mentally make a decision, right, it's stamped, like it's going to happen. Like, all right, this is what's going to happen. Like, this is it. You know what I'm saying? This is really what's going to happen. Or talking close to the camera, but yeah, that's a fact. Like, this is what's really going to happen. Like, you know, this is the real deal right here. Right? I made a choice to not be with this person anymore, and that's just what it is, right? When they make a choice or whatever, then they're not with them no more. mentally, when you're not with them, then gradually you're not going to be with them physically. Physically, you're not going to be with them. Physically, you're not going to be with them at all. That's what it is. And that's what it is. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna be with them. They don't. Yeah, you gotta move on. Especially when your gut, your intuition, or when you feeling like, oh, this ain't it. I can't be with them. That's a dove, for real. When you say, oh, I can't be with this person. This is not what I expected. This is not what I wanted for myself. And yeah, that's just what it is. For real. Like, you say to yourself, like, yo, I can't. This ain't what I want. Right? Because then sometimes you find yourself in situations that you never wanted to be in, but because you following behind this person, or because you really love them, or because they have mind control over you, you are in a situation that you don't want to be in. And that's a hard pill to swallow, but it's life. You know what I'm saying? It's really life, and sometimes you just have to stand back and really evaluate what it is that you're going through, or whatever the choices that you made. We're not all perfect. Things are going to happen. That's what I'm saying. Even me, I'm not perfect. It's things that I've gone through in this life, you know what I'm saying? That I've learned from, that I want to teach other people, and that I'm being very honest with myself about my life, right? As you get older, you're supposed to become wiser, become better, make different decisions, and sometimes that's not always the case. Sometimes um, we need some tools or some guidance, or sometimes we need to pick up a book and feed our mind with different things that's going to benefit us. And hey, that's what it is. And sometimes you could bounce back. It's just like you just, okay, I went through that. Hey, I fell for the okie dokie. I fell for the lies. I fell for the betrayal. But hey, I'm here now and things are different, right? And that's just what it is. Okay? But you have to allow yourself to grow and make mistakes. And, but the thing is that you want to become better as you get older. You want to um, see things in a different viewpoint. You know what I'm saying? In order to see things differently, you have to have, allow yourself to grow, and allow yourself to learn something different, and allow yourself to, like, be in a space where you can really um, allow yourself to be quiet, allow your mind to be still, so that, you know what I'm saying? Because some people can't um, listen to their intuition. They don't know how to listen to their intuition because they always used to talk, and they always used to like loud noise and things like that. And sometimes you have to be still so that you could like get the information or what your intuition is trying to say, right? Because sometimes like people be loud and they be talking, but they really don't be talking about nothing. Nothing really be going on. Really, I'm so serious. Nothing be really going on, right? But I want to invite all of you guys to be a part of this live virtual call that I have coming up. It's called Beautiful Transformations, Becoming Better with Time. This live virtual call will be on the following dates: Friday, July 10th at 8:45 p.m., Friday, July 17th at 8:45 p.m., Friday, July 24th at 8:45 p.m., and Friday, July 31st at 8:45 p.m., and it only costs $68. And once you pay the $68, you have access to all four of the live virtual calls. All right, and you could go to www.beautifulstartpodcast.com to sign up, and then also I have a free meditation group that you could sign up for. Um, it's called Meaningful Meditation, and This is given every last Thursday of the month at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you are interested, just please definitely go to the website www.beautifulstarpodcast.com and sign up. All the links is there. You just go on the top and pick meaningful meditation, right? For anything else that I have, it's always something going on here. I promise you. I promise you, this is always something that I'm doing. There's after these, it's going to be other things that I do. I always allow myself to be busy, but meditation is very good. It's definitely something that you can utilize to change your life. I'm so grateful for meditation, and my microphone is falling. I don't know what's going on. For real, it's falling on me. It's crazy. It is what it is. But I'm gonna leave here. I think I think I've been on here for a while. Real talk. I've been on here for a long time. But I'm about to get out of here. But I thank you so much for tuning in. Peace.